everybody. I haven't done a video here on this channel in a long time. I'm going to be doing a lot of work around my shop here in the next few weeks. And I decided what I really needed to do is go ahead and get this channel running again. As many of y'all know, I have another channel called The Fishing Hobby. And I started this channel as a second channel because I do a lot of work on different things other than fishing equipment and gear. I'm going to be doing a lot more with this channel now. It's been a long time since I've done anything with it. I have a big shop. I'm getting ready to change out some bulbs. So I've got some 8-foot long tube lights here that are LED conversions, and they're from Amazon. And it's a new product. They're an Amazon Basics product. They do not have any reviews as of right now. So I thought I'd do a review on these bulbs, and I'd also do a video that shows how to do the wiring. So I'm going to do two different videos. I'm going to do one video that shows how to do the conversion process and bypass your ballast for the fluorescent lighting. And I'm also going to do a video that is a review of these lights. I've got some up already, and they're good lights. I can already tell that. I'm going to be using a tool that actually measures the light output so I can put some numbers with it other than what my eyes are seeing, because that's kind of a subjective thing. If I can put some real numbers with it, that might be more useful to people. So if you came for one of the two videos, you might want to check the other one out. So if you will, look up here in the right-hand corner of this video, and you will find an info button, and I will put a link to each video up there. So before you cut any wiring, before you touch any wiring, you should always make sure the electricity is off to the fixtures. The easiest way to do that is to turn the lights on and go shut off the circuit breakers until you find which ones are running those lights. So make sure you got the electricity shut off, because you can get killed doing stuff like this if you aren't careful. But if you're cautious and you study up on what you're doing, you can do this yourself. But if you do not feel comfortable with it, please make sure you have an electrician do it for you, especially if you don't really understand what's going on with the wiring and things. But I'm going to try to explain it as clearly as I can. Because the lighting is not good in here anyway, I'm shutting off light sections as I come to them. That way I don't have any power running through the wiring going to the particular lights I'm doing. Because I'm shutting those sections off, I have pretty poor lighting in here right now. So what I've decided to do is bring everything over to a little bench I've got here. All your fluorescent lighting is going to be different, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing on this particular setup that I've got. I cut the wiring that goes into the ballast. Mine has 2 blue wires, 1 red wire. The red wire was running to the fixed position single pin tombstones. And as you can see, these tombstones are spring loaded. That is what allows you to push in this side to pull your bulb out. You can push it in on this side, it'll drop free from the other side, and then you can just pull the bulb right out. So these spring-loaded tombstones are the ones that allow you to remove the bulbs. Now, you'll see some talk about shunted and non-shunted tombstones when you're researching replacing fluorescent lights with LED lights. And what that's talking about is a shunted tombstone would have 2 contact points like these in it. There's one on each side. I hope y'all can see that there. There's a metal contact on this side, and there's a metal contact on this side. If you had a shunted one, these 2 contacts are internally connected. So you've got electricity that flows through both. What these particular LED lights I'm using are ballast bypassed LED lights. And what that means is that you remove the ballast, which is this part, out of the equation. It will no longer have any electricity coming into it or going out of it. That's why I just went ahead and cut these wires off. What normally happens is you have the black and the white leads here that tie into your Romex from the house wiring that comes into the fixture. Well, you'd hook the black and the white with the corresponding wires coming into the fixture from the house. These things aren't very efficient, and they get hot. If they're getting hot, you know they're using electricity. And the bulbs themselves are a higher wattage than the LED bulbs. So you've got 2 fluorescent lights plus the ballast that are consuming electricity. So we've unhooked the wiring that comes from the house, or the shop in this case, to the ballast. And we've cut all the wiring that goes from the ballast to our tombstones. As you can see, this set of tombstones are the spring-loaded ones, and they've only got one contact point in them. So you don't have to worry about these on a single pin being shunted or non-shunted. If you're dealing with 2-pin lights, it's a lot more of an issue. But since these lights that I'm getting from Amazon are coming with their own tombstones, if you do have the 2-pin light bulbs, you could switch over to single pin using these. You would just switch over to single pin tombstones like these and put in the single pin LED bulbs, and that solves that problem. Okay, now these two spring-loaded ones, again, I'm reusing my tombstones here, have 2 blue wires coming out of them. These 2 blue wires I'm going to connect to each other along with one of the legs coming from the Romex that comes into the light fixture from my shop. And that will supply power to each one of these spring-loaded tombstones on that end. I'll be stripping these back, and I'll just go ahead and do that. I'm just going to strip these back a little ways. Just like that. And I'll do the same with this one. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to say this is the Romex coming out of the house because it will be colored black and white. So you would take the blue legs along with one of the legs, and it doesn't matter if you're using the black or the white, and connect all those together. Now on the other end, your other leg coming from the house, we've got the white going to the blue. Here we'll have the black going to the red. And these could be black to blue and white to red. It doesn't make any difference. You just have to make sure that you've got power coming in from the house. Your black and white leg coming from the house or your shop into, one leg's going to go into the red side, one leg's going to go into the blue, and that will supply power to the 2 ends of the tombstone. In this particular case, on my wiring, these 2 tombstones that are spring-loaded are the blue ends. So I've got power from one leg from the house coming into these 2 tombstones by these 2 wires. On these 2 tombstones, these are non-shunted. If you're wanting to check your tombstones to see if they're shunted or non-shunted, you'll just use a simple multimeter, and you'll set it on the continuity check. And that's that little symbol right there. It's just a little arrow with a dash at the end of it. And what this does will let you know if you have an open or closed circuit. So right now, this circuit's open. You touch your leads together and it changed. So that's a closed circuit. Open, closed. To check your tombstones, you'll need to put one lead on one side where the contact is and touch the other side. As you can see, my meter didn't change. It's still showing open. So I know I've got a non-shunted tombstone. So these 2 contact pins here aren't touching each other internally. Now what I do have on these is a wire that crosses over from one to the other. That allows the incoming electricity on these tombstones to come in by the single wire and go to both sides. This red wire again will be going from your incoming electricity from your house or your shop into these tombstones. When you put the pin of the light bulb into these 2 contact points here, then it will carry electricity over to the other side as well, because it will basically jumper these 2. So again, this is just the way my light is. Yours might be different. If you're uncomfortable with doing this or you don't really understand what's going on, definitely have somebody come out and do it for you. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be installing these tombstones and wiring directly to the wiring that's coming into the fixture. I've just got a single red wire. It will go to either the white or the black coming into the fixture from the house or from the shop. And then on the other side, I will have the 2 blue wires connected to the other leg. Now I'm removing my ballast altogether. You could actually leave them in place. I I'm pulling mine out because I'm doing this anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and pull them out. The advantages of the LED lighting is that there's no ballast to consume electricity. There's no ballast to need to be replaced. You won't get the slow starts in the cold weather. The LEDs should be instantly on as soon as they get electricity, as opposed to the fluorescents. And I'm not in a climate controlled shop, so in the wintertime, it takes the fluorescent several minutes before they reach their full intensity on the brightness levels. So that will solve a lot of my problems with my shop lighting just by switching from fluorescent to LED lights. There we go. There's the swap from fluorescent to LED. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you found anything useful on here, please subscribe. If you are an electrician or you know a lot about this sort of thing and you can leave some useful comments, please do so in the comments section. If there's something really good, I'm going to pin it to the top of the list. That way people can see it. So if you're going through watching this video and you feel like you need a little more information, look for pinned comments in this video because I will put anything I think is useful up there at the top of the list. Unfortunately, I can only pin one comment. So if you don't see anything that's helpful to you there, continue to read down through the comments because I know there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more about this sort of thing than I do. I just wanted to put this out there to get some discussion going. If anybody has anything useful to say, please do so in the comments. Have you tried other bulbs that are 8-foot long bulbs and you found them to be of very good quality and you would like to let other people know about it? Please do so in the comments. And if you know of anything that would make a swap like this even quicker and easier for people, please, please, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be glad to try to help you. Hopefully we can build a community here on the Tinkering Juggernaut YouTube channel. My name's Kevin. That's just a name my friend came up with for me. He told me one time that you're just a tinkering juggernaut because I'm always working on something. And I I thought, man, that would be a neat name for a YouTube channel. That's kind of what I went with, and I would like to build a community here. I'm going to start doing more with this channel. I'm still going to be doing my fishing hobby channel, so I'll have a lot of content coming out there too over time, but I need to separate the two channels. I feel like I do enough that is not anywhere near related to being fishing videos that I've been posting on that channel. I really need to get them somewhere else so they can be their own entity. I'd like to build a community here on this channel of people who are constructive. I don't mind criticism. I don't mind being criticized. I ask that it be in a constructive manner. But if you have something useful, if you see something I did wrong, leave it in the comments. It's important for people to see this sort of thing, and constructive criticism is very, very useful. And I know how to take it as long as it's not just somebody trolling. I'm all for it. And hopefully we can build a community of people here, and we can learn as we go. You can teach me, I might can teach you. Nobody's an expert on everything. Everybody can learn from each other. So let's build this community and let's get this channel rolling. And I look forward to hearing from everybody in the comments. I hope y'all liked the video. I hope you found it useful, and I really hope you subscribe. And if you could do me a huge favor, just share this if you know somebody you think would find this useful. If you know somebody that has garage or shop lighting that are similar to these tube light that might take something from this video and be able to use it for themselves, please let them know about it. Share it on social media, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all next time.